For more on the papal visit to South Sudan, I'm joined by John Tanza, host and managing editor of VOA South Sudan in Focus radio program. Hello, John.
Hi, Esther. It's always good to be here.
So now, this is the first papal visit in South Sudan. What are the likely key issues that the pontiff is going to address in your country?
I mean, the quest for peace has been on the Pope's agenda. When the President and his first Vice President visited Vatican in April 2019, the Pope kissed their feet and asked them, go back and end the violence in your country. And so when he was speaking, before coming to Africa, when he was addressing people in Rome, he talked about the search for peace is going to be paramount. So he is coming with a message of peace.
Now, you know, you have ears and eyes on the ground. VOA reporters are there. They're updating you with what's been going on, John. So this is the first time a pope has been accompanied by the leader of the Anglican Church and also the moderator of the Church of Scotland. How is this being received by the South Sudanese people?
I saw pictures on the streets of Juba. These are pictures I've never seen. Maybe you can compare it to the time the country got independence. The whole city erupted in celebration. People who have been fighting each other were standing close to each other, welcoming the Pope with smile and chanting and traditional dance. The mood in the capital was one of its unique one, if you like. So that visit brought unity. Unity of purpose, unity for change in the country. So it's something that is very significant to a lot of South Sudanese.
Now, when we were coming into the studio, we were expecting to hear something from the Pope. Do you know if he has spoken or what has he said?
The pontiff spoke, but he spoke in Italiano, and the translation was not coming clear due to signal issues from the ground. But what is more important is President Kiir told Pope Francis that when I visited you in Vatican, you kneel down, you humble yourself, you kiss my feet. It has worked. What you ask us to do has worked. You can see my first Vice President, Riek Machar, has been in Juba for a long time. This is a sign that we have listened to you. He said the rest of the issues in the peace agreement will be resolved. He assured the Pope that it will be resolved. When is the $1 million question?
You know, John, we saw the Pope in DRC. Now he's in South Sudan. Both countries have been racked by a lot of, conflict, a lot of ethnic issues.
Correct.
And so what are people expecting to see? Do you feel like, they're going to be talking about the same issues? He talked about reconciliation, forgiveness, and people just opening their hearts and changing the way of doing things.
Well, these issues of reconciliation and forgiveness is an individual initiative. It comes from the individual. But the people on the ground, the people in South Sudan are tired of living in an environment where they are not able to improve their lives. They're not able to send their children to school. They're not able to even feed themselves. As we are talking, when the Pope was concluding his visit in DRC coming to South Sudan, 27 people were killed in central Equatorial State. And that is just an example of how people want change, people want security, people want services. When the Pope came, all the roads in Juba were paved and clean, and everybody's making a joke. We hope the Pope will visit all the cities in South Sudan so that there is development.
All right. So, and what's lined up for the pontiff tomorrow in
Tomorrow
Juba?
He's going to be meeting internal displaced people. And that meeting is key because he has been talking about those who are vulnerable. He's going to sit with them, and then he's going to meet the clergy, and there will be a mass at the Dr. John Garang Mausoleum that will be presided over by Pope Francis. They're calling it an ecumenical prayers. So tomorrow his timetable is also full of activities. Mm-hmm. But today he met with the vice president and the president. He's going to meet the civil society. He's going to meet the members of the diplomatic corps.
Definitely. Oh, great. It's all lined up, John. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll talk about it again when we get back on Africa 54. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.